Hey guys, and welcome to my patch notes review for the Preparing for Launch edition. They didn't really add anything to the welcoming screen, so we don't need to go over that. But they updated the UI for a couple panels. The first one being the character sheet. Character sheet. It's still the same thing. Everything that's on there, you can still do your mastery and all that, but it looks a lot cleaner and a lot better. You got your name up here, your rank down below it, and then you got your levels from XP right here, and your gear right here with your total levels in the middle. You can still look at your stats, it's just not in the bottom taking up a bunch of useless space. So that's pretty cool. They got your abilities up here, which you can actually hover over for tooltips, along with everything else, which is pretty amazing. And you still got all your stuff that you had before, it's just now in the middle, and it looks a lot better. You got your skins underneath what you're actually using. So the second pane that got updated is the escape options. It just looks a lot better with the new Trove UI. Moving on to crafting bench adjustments. For players in need of a novice crafting bench, please visit the small hut in the northern area of the hub. So if you go to the hub, or one thing, I don't know if you start out with this novice crafting bench, because they did take out the crafting menu, which I'll talk about in a little bit. But this is called the novice crafting bench recovery device. So I don't know if you start out with it now or not, but no matter what, here it is. It costs 10 shapestone to make a novice crafting bench. And what's on a novice crafting bench is you can craft the deconstructor, your personal chest, the adventurer's crafting bench, and the builder's crafting bench. I made one before the video and saw what it did. So let's go to the cornerstone. I'm not gonna show off the novice one because it only crafts 4 things, but you can build the builder's crafting bench from that novice one, which comes with about half of what the old crafting bench came with. They kind of split them in half. So you can get your club rolled, you got decoration blocks, your portals, and the few things: the fun factory, trading post, and barbershop, and the builders. And then the adventurers is the other half of what you could do before, which is bomb, ring crafting bench, a couple cornerstone stuff, all the mounts, the other 2 professions, the mobility things that you could craft with the crafting menu before, gear improving benches, and the shadow key. So I already went over all of them, but I'm still going to go down the list in the patch notes. So crafting bench has had its name changed. It is now the adventurer's crafting bench. Many recipes that used to be on the crafting bench can now be found on the builder's crafting bench, which can be made at the novice crafting bench. Many recipes that used to be on the novice crafting bench have been moved to either the adventurer's crafting bench or the builder's crafting bench. The V crafting menu has been removed from the game. All recipes that were once on the V crafting menu have been moved to either the adventurer's crafting bench or the builder's crafting bench. Additionally, a shadow key mold crafting bench has been added to shadow arena entrances and preparation rooms. So that's good for people that don't want to come back and craft at their cornerstone each time. It's conveniently placed at the shadow arena for you to make shadow keys. The Advanced Forge has had its name legally changed to Enchanted Forge, as you can see right here. And I don't really get the reason why they wanted to split up the bench into basically 3 crafting benches, but you know, they must have had a reasoning for it. I don't know what it was though. New in the store, chaos chests have been randomized, featuring Stormcaller wings. I think they featured that before, so I think it's just being recycled. Okay, for UI and settings, you can now hold Alt for a quick way to get access to free mouse cursor, which is actually a very good change. Almost every single action MMORPG has this. I don't know why it took Trove so long, but it's in the game now, so it's all good. Here's a good change for me. I think the best change for me. In-world tooltips are no longer visible with the UI hidden. So you can see the tooltip right there. If I press the F7 key and look back at it, it disappears. So this is amazing for making thumbnails for my videos. I don't have to worry about like portal tooltips showing up when I stand in front of a portal or something. So this is mostly for people that take a lot of screenshots, which is what I do. So it's pretty good. Equipment stat comparisons now shows unchanged stats. Stat comparison no longer shows for items that can't be equipped. So let me find something real quick to do a quick example. Okay, so you can see this rainbow piece of gear that I have in my inventory or my chest. It has health, movement speed, and magic fine, but it's also going to include in the tooltip my attack speed and my jump that I have on my current tat. So it's gonna show you kind of like if you played WoW, the tooltips show you what you miss, or what you're giving up and what you're gaining. When the old Trove UI was only showing what you were gaining and what you are going to lose from the stats that are on the piece of gear that you're putting on. If that makes sense. I'm not gonna try and explain it any better than that because it's gonna drag out the video. But if you get it, good. It's a good change. Loot. Azulian dragon caches now drop fewer eyes. I think when I opened my dragon caches that are giving like 200 eyes each. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm guessing it's lower than that. Let me alt tab real quick because I have to scroll down. Okay, so classes. The descriptions for class abilities have been updated to be more specific. For example, Dracolyte's Avatar Flame now notes that it increases movement speed, stability, the damage of the Dracolyte's basic attack, while also reducing damage taken. So I can show you that specific example right here. Okay, so Avatar Flame. It used to say, like, transform you into an avatar of fire and increases your damage or something like that. That's what it used to say. Now it goes a little bit more in detail. It says transforms the Dracolyte into a dragon for 10 seconds, increasing movement speed, stability, and the damage done by the basic attack, while reducing damage taken by 50%. So it's not quite as in detail as my guides are, but it's getting there. It now tells you exactly how long you're in the Avatar Flame, and it doesn't tell you it gives 25 movement speed, 75 stability, doubles your basic attack damage, but it does tell you reduces damage taken by 50%. So it's giving you about half of the information, while in my guides I give you the full information. So I don't know why they just didn't give you everything, because it would have been nice to know the official statistics on everything, but still good. It's still a very good change. It now tells you, in case you're confused a little bit on what things do. Okay, the Knight's Iron Will, which is his ultimate ability, it now heals you immediately, like a flask, instead of after a short delay. So again, compensating for their lag, I'm guessing they put that change in. And once they fix lag, it's just going to be a completely better system overall. Okay, so adventuring. Desert Frontier Zones have a new set of NPCs and quests that target them. I'm not going to show that in this video. I'm going to show it in a upcoming Let's Play video for Trove, because I kind of want to go in depth if it's something that I can go in depth with, kind of like the new challenges. Okay, the amount of ore veins that spawn in the world has been slightly decreased, which I'm guessing is fixing their last patch, because when they made everything spawn in clumps, it was kind of spawning everywhere, at least in my experience. So I'm guessing they're nerfing it a tiny bit, but a very good change after this is the amount of Somber Soul spawns that occur in Undead Hill ore veins have been increased. And as a lot of people know, the Somber Soul is basically the rarest material you can farm in the game. It's that and the Golden Souls, and they made it easier to get the Somber Souls, which are a lot more useful. Bug fixes and polish. They updated Golden Thread with new objectives. They added 4 more Golden Thread objectives, just some easy ones to get you a little bit more familiar with the game. Fix an issue with water simulation. I'm guessing some things like if you're splashing into the water, sometimes it didn't splash or something. I'm not too sure the exact details on that one. Remove some unnecessary network messages. Again, I'm not sure what messages were popping up from people, but they're gone, which is good. Optimize server animations. So I'm hoping that means that some things are going to connect a lot better when in combat. Dropped items and equipment now lasts 3 minutes instead of 1, which is a good change. So if you go to salvage or something, it gives you triple the time that you could have before, so that's actually very good. Oh, hello, the Doge. He was playing with me a couple days ago. Fixed bug where hit spark appeared when hitting other players with melee attacks. Whoops, I hit my mic. So I'm guessing if you would melee a character before, sometimes it would show that you're hitting them, I'm guessing. I'm not too sure on that one. Fixed bug where lobber and falling traps did very little damage. I haven't played 2 recently, so I didn't experience the very little damage part. In my experience, they've always done a ton of damage, so I'm guessing they reverted it back to doing a ton of damage. And lastly, community creations. We got 3 new Novice Highland layers, one from Stedhams, one from Ampeteer, and the last one from Eisenron. I think that's how you say his name. But that's it for these patch notes. It was kind of a big one, not in terms of gameplay, but UI and all that. But that's going to do it for this video. If you need help with anything... I hit my mic again, sorry about that. If you need help with anything and you would like me to make a guide about it, post in the comments below. And if this video gets 5 likes for my next video, I'll post a guide on the top comment. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time.